What is going on? 2024 football is here. Injury fun games. Some of the games started yesterday. St. Ray's and Shea went down. St. Ray's, putting 28 points up. But here we are. Injury fun games, man. They are here. What is going on, everybody? How you doing? It's your boy Mikey, man. Always keeping it real, always keeping it authentic, and always keeping it 100. Excited about some injury fun football. Hit the like button, share this, man. What is going on, man? So many football programs, man, are really, curious to see what is going to go on throughout Rhode Island high school football. A shout out to all the programs, man. Don't forget, go over there and check out Mike Washington Central Nights, A Tale of a Night. It's over on YouTube. Team Dollar TV. That's Team Dollar, Dolla TV. Go check that out. Definitely. Check out my Can We Keep Real podcast page. I put out a new story about the Westerly Bulldogs. The history of all their championship teams going all the way back to 1935, man. The pen is mighty, man. Excited to have football back, right? We are definitely excited to have football back. But yeah, man, shout out to Mike Washington, Central Knights, what they're doing down there. The documentary. I think they're going into week 3, so check that out. Each week is basically what they did all week long, preparing for the game. All unedited, man. No cuts. West End is the best end, right? Shout out. We're going to get into it, man. 2024, man. 2024 injury fun games are on deck. What's going on, everybody, man? Friendly reminder, man. Go over to YouTube. Go over to Team Dollar TV. That's Dolla. Check that out. Check out what Coach Washington has going on over there. They're on week 2. Team Dollar. Each week they're gonna go into detail what went on, but we're gonna jump into some of this and check this out. We'll skim through it, but go check this out, man. Run them numbers up for Coach Washington over there at Central Knights.
How is that a flag? You're my guy, bro. I watched that game, that SK game, bro. Hey, no, bro. My money was on y'all.
I was bugging on Snap the day before the game. I was just posting game day. Y'all about to see what's up. Name a quarterback that could beat me. Name a team that could beat me. Find a team that could beat me. I was undefeated. And just being undefeated for 2 years, it got to my head. I let everybody in my school get to me, and I wasn't being humble. So that loss really humbled me. And it just told me, like, don't ever think you're too good. Don't ever think you're that.
Piece of that damn humble pie. Don't ever let someone think you too good. I think this might be when they went down the quarterback after the SK game. What was this, like the COVID season or after the COVID season?
God will show you, like, he'll punish you, he'll teach you. He'll show you, he'll humble you up real quick. So just always get humble. You take that loss here rather than the field for sure. Anytime.
What was score?
It was 13-12. We lost by 1. Coach called for the field goal kick, bro. With like 10 seconds left. He called for the field goal kick instead of going for the touchdown. Like me, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. I remember that. And I think Coach Washington. I think I remember that. And I want to say Coach Washington was saying, he told me, he said, Mikey, that's when you think of everything. when you think you thought of. He said that's when you think you thought of it all, and then you're like, kick, and then they snap the ball. Go back and check out that game.
And then I took that personal because, like, now I want coach to have confidence in me and go for it on that last play of the game. Feel me? Like, I went that whole drive. We went from the opposite 20 to the goal line. We went to the red zone. We got there. I completed about 4 or 5 passes that drive. Out routes, 12-yard outs, 5-yard posts. Like, I was completing. Like, it was just not our game. It was enough for us.
What's the next game?
Like Friday, yeah, homecoming against the West. Yeah, look right.
You definitely have to check this out. A Tale of a Night Central. I think they have like 8 weeks.
Yo, don't clap them up. Do not clap them up.
Do not clap them up.
On the line.
I was upstairs watching the game on fans only, and like it was laggy, so like I'm calling plays out and stuff like that, and like at the end, with everything that happened, I was like, wow. I started crying. I'm like, yo, we really lost.
Whoever doesn't like it, you are more than welcome to quit. We will be better without you. I can promise you that. Get up, Rodolfo. Get up, Kareem.
Why me?
He said, "Why me?
Line down there.
Why me?" Yo, you gotta love that one.
Especially when so much rides on that game, having that be a division game. You know, we know going forward in the year, that's probably something we're going to look back at and say, man, that made a big difference.
Do you really want to live in mediocrity your whole life, fellas? Do you? Really, fellas? Everybody talks all this shit about the private schools. But look at us, fellas. We have an opportunity here, and what are we doing with it?
Everybody that's following us, we got to get right, all right? Including myself, all right? That's my bad. In school, I got to get right, all right? Because it starts in the classroom, all right? That's my bad, all right, fellas? I'm going to get right for y'all. Let's go.
This loss puts us at a place where if we lose twice, we're probably going to be out, you know, because SK has a tiebreaker over us, you know, because, you know, they're going to lose to Hendricken, but you're also probably going to win out in the division. Now, every single.
And that's what it is. You can't, you know, you lose, you know, a couple of them games, you know, you're out. It's over.
Seeds. Goodbye. You got 5th. So please understand where my mentality's at. Don't fuck with me this week, fellas. In practice, doing anything. Don't get caught doing anything dumb, fellas. In school, out of school, in practice, fellas, I'm on 110, fellas, from losing that football game. Fellas, I'm on 110, fellas, from losing that football game. Practice, fellas, I'm on 110, fellas, from losing that football game and being embarrassed.
He said, I'm on 110. You dudes done embarrassed me. You done embarrassed me. You know, but go check this out. You know, we'll play a little more. You know, I sent the link out there. We should have some coaches popping in to see, you know, what went on with their game, with their upcoming games. We got the injury fund games, man. You know, coaches, no stats up on Max Preps for the injury fund game. Y'all know that, right? I mean, it just screws everything up.
Fellas, the number 3 team in the state. How you guys lose to a team that runs 4 plays? 4 plays.
Yeah, that's a
We're the
fact.
same old Central, fellas. Same old Central. That's what everybody's saying now. Couldn't even hold the ranking. Couldn't even hold it. Same old Central, fellas. How are you guys going to respond? I know how I'm going to respond. You guys are going to see how I respond every single day. You guys are going to see that and feel that, how I respond. How are you going to respond? That's the biggest question mark. Us coaches, we know what we got to do. We know exactly what we got to do. What the fuck are you guys going to do? That's the biggest question here because we're not playing. We're not putting on no helmets. We're not strapping up. We're not doing none of that. That's all. That's everybody in this room. What are you gonna do, fellas, from here on out?
So you want to check that out. It's 8 weeks total. A Tale of a Night, Mike Washington, a Central High School football story. It's pretty good, So go to Team Dollar, DOLLA, Team Dollar, and we'll get, check it out. It's not bad, but it's unedited, uncut, there's some rough there's not some Christian words in there. Coach Pennington, man, how you doing?
Doing all right. How you doing?
All right, not bad, man. It's been a long off season, man. I'm glad to be talking to you once again.
Yes, sir.
I seen a couple of weeks ago you was at back in August, right? You was what was that? Saturation Saturday or something?
Yeah. So we did a DUI thing for drive sober, get pulled over, which was a nationwide campaign that was done by NHTSA. So we did Saturation Saturday, which we collaborated with law enforcement to get patrols out there, more patrols out for DUI enforcement, and hopefully save some lives over the long weekend.
Absolutely, because we had some unfortunate situations, so we can't let that happen. But here we are, man. Another football season, Coach. How you feeling? You ready?
Yeah, of course. Always. I'm always ready. Game we get to be around the game that we love. So yeah, we're ready.
And a few people that scrimmaged West Warwick, said West Warwick, and not anyone's surprised. Coach Pennington has them kids ready, and they're gonna be ready to go. A lot of people know you have the two-headed, I call it a two-headed monster over there. You have some good players, man. Tell us, what you plan on this season without giving too much away.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah, So we have a good team returning. We didn't get totally hurt. I mean, we lost some good players from graduation last year for sure. But we had some good returning players, and we got a good group. We have over 60 kids out there on the field, which is, big for us. The numbers have exploded a little bit in West Warwick, so that's a good thing. That's a good sign that the program is doing well. So I think if like every other team, I'm sure if we can stay away from the injury bug, and play healthy all season, I think that we could we'll be competitive. Let's put it that way.
That is what it's about, trying to stay healthy, and part of that is off-season conditioning.
Correct.
Do you guys do?
I'm sure you. Good off season, so we're ready.
Nice, absolutely, man. That's very important. Last season after that was a tough loss with Middletown. Definitely a worthy opponent. Coach Kessler, for the last couple of years, he took that program over. He's had that program dialed in.
Yeah, no, they were a great football team and well deserved to win that championship. But hey, we had a great year. We won the conference, and we went to the state championship. So I mean, nothing to put our heads down about for sure. But you want to complete that. You want to finish that. When you get there. But hey, you get to the championship, one team wins and one team loses. Right? It's always the case. You hope that you're on the better side, but hey, it's a blessing just to get there.
No, you're absolutely right. And you came into West Warwick, we know where they were. And I think your first year you was a game shy of making the playoffs, and the next season you make it, semis, and then you get to the Super Bowl. And you already said it, kids are starting to come in. They're feeling the excitement about being part of the West Warwick Wizards football program.
Yeah, I think so. I think the town and all the supporters and even the Pop Warner organization, the kids know. I mean, when you're playing on Friday nights and you're packing out your stadium and you managed to put some wins on the board, some exciting games last year we had pulls in fans, and this year we're noticing the uptick definitely in young men wanting to play football.
And I bet around the community as well, you're gonna feel the excitement. I was already told that the community thinks pretty highly
Did I
of
lose
you
you?
by some fans. No, I think I'm here. Hello, testing. Can you hear me? Hello. Let's see.
Did I lose you,
Give
Mikey?
me. Nah, I could hear you. Can you hear me? Hang on a minute. Hello, coach. You there? Testing. Hello. Coach Pennington. All right, so we're gonna wait to get Coach Pennington back on. Maybe he could sign out and come back in if he can hear me. But yeah, so we'll wait and see what happens with Coach Pennington if we can get him back on. If you can hear me, Coach, sign out and come back in. Let me see if I can send him a private chat, and we're also gonna have Emerson Kilgore. Yeah, we're also gonna have Emerson in just a minute. I'm gonna go see what these problems are. And we'll be right. So yeah, we getting back into the swing of this, man. Rhode Island High School football, man. Today the excitement of high school football continues to hit Rhode Island as several teams take to the fields around Rhode Island for the Injury Fund Games, a tradition aimed at supporting players, coaches, referees in case there is a injury, so go out there and support these Injury Fund Games around the state. At the bottom of the ticker, there is some of the games that are going on, while we wait to get Coach Pennington back up in here. So yeah, they're kicking off at different locations throughout Rhode Island, promising an evening filled with competitive spirit, and support, man. 4:00 game, South Kingstown High School versus Charahoe. I think them games are going to be at Westerly. Some of these could be a little confusing. 5 p.m. Situate High School versus North Providence. That will be going on. Cranston East is going to be at Davies. Them games are going to be over at Cranston Stadium. East will also be playing Hope. So we wait for the people in the back. Can't really see who it is. We're waiting for West Pennington to pull up. Emerson's going to pull up. Can you put your camera on, Emerson, or this makes better content? Johnson High School versus Burrillville. Narragansett High School at EWG. But we're gonna bring Emerson in here in just a second. He's in the back room now. We're still waiting for Coach Penn. I sent him a link again, and here Coach Penn comes. We'll bring Emerson in, and you know what? We'll bring them in together, man. What's up, Emerson? Coach Penn, man. We had some difficulties, huh?
Yeah, we lost. I lost you. Yeah.
I was just
What's
going
up, man?
over.
Coach, how you been?
Been well, man. Been well.
Good to see you.
You as well.
Coach Penn. You had a game last night with Pilgrim.
Yes, sir.
How was that?
It was good. They had 10-minute running time, 5-minute half. So it seems like you're playing. If they're saying it's a whole game, but it really goes real fast. I mean, it's like a half, basically. It really is like a half.
So you're kind of treating it as a scrimmage.
Yeah.
So, a longer scrimmage. Yeah.
And I just hope we don't get into where teams are already putting stats up for the Injury Fund, and that just screws it up for the rest of the season. I seen what was the score of? Well, I guess it ain't even worth keeping score for injury fund games, you know, because they're really only 10-minute runs, you know. But I seen like St. Ray's had a score like 28-0 over Shea, you know. So there's gonna be some work to do in some of these divisions. But how you feeling about Division 2, man? Stepped it up, huh?
Yeah, well, we're there, and I think we'll be competitive in the division for sure. As long as we can stay healthy, like I said earlier. Tough division though, some really good football teams. So hey, we're excited. We get to play against some good competition. That's what it's all about. Just get out there and lay it on the line and see what happens.
You know, and hopefully, you know, with Burrville getting a turf field, we have Barry Field getting a turf field. You know, a lot of people getting turf, man. We need to get turf up there in West Warwick. That would be beautiful at that place, you know?
It would be.
Yeah,
It would be amazing.
Yeah.
You know, but anything you want to promote? Anything going on with the Wizards?
No, just getting ready to, we got East Providence coming up next week, and just getting ready, kind of prepare one game at a time. Getting after that, just at the same time, me and my wife were, in the process of planting our own church, so getting our own church going, and
Oh.
yeah, just a lot of moving parts right now, but it's all good.
Praise God. You know what I mean?
Congrats on that there, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
It's not easy, that's for sure. You know, Emerson, you got East Providence Barrington tonight.
I do. I'll be officiating that day. Yeah, that should be a pretty good game. And to Coach Pennington's surprise, I just got the game, but I have your game next week versus Providence. So I'll accept all donations from now until then. No, but I'm expecting that one to be a really good game. I've definitely been watching you guys over the past year or two, and you guys are both of your programs there are right at that level. So I expect a really good game, and obviously from an officiating standpoint, I know there won't be any problems. I know both of you head coaches. I know exactly how you guys are, and exactly the type of game that you want to officiate because I know what you guys stand for. So it's definitely glad to be a part of that.
That's awesome, and I'm excited to see you, and because we haven't had you in a couple of years, so glad to see you out there in the field.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's been a little different here. Unfortunately, there's a shortage of officials, and we're doing the best we can here. Obviously we got Thursday night games now, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we're just trying to get it done and get some good football in this year.
Nice.
It's amazing because Emerson, and we've been saying this. I've been saying this when I talk to coaches and coaches here that you're going to be on their game. You're going to officiate their game. You get a good response, So coaches really appreciate you being an official, and you already know. You know what I mean?
Well, I definitely appreciate that. I mean, one of the things I think I do a little bit more than other officials is, I try to have a rapport with all head coaches, some assistant coaches here, just so there's no, underlying issues like there have been in the past. I think that any coach that knows me can approach me. Hey, Emerson, can we talk about this for a second? Regardless of me not being the head ref or anything else, but at least Emerson, can you please watch this? Can you please work on this? Like, I've been seeing this, and I'm like, okay, and I mean, for the overwhelming majority of the game, again, I know the game's emotional. I think we all know that here. Okay, I know, I do my best to see the overwhelming majority of the things on the field, but I've only been blessed with two eyes. I'm going to miss something every once in a while. And it's just going to happen. Just like with coaching, you miss an opportunity. Okay, you come back and you try it again. And that's basically what I tell, a lot of these coaches when I talk to them, like, if I didn't see it, I'm going to let you know. You can let me know so I can watch out for it. But again, I only have two eyes, and, I do the absolute best I can. I'm a little bit more mobile this year. I've got some off-season work for officiating, so my knees are a little bit better, but
some body work done.
Yes, so put on a little bit more muscle here, a little bit heavy, unfortunately, but it's more muscle than anything. But definitely going to be, a little bit more mobile and things like that. So, yeah, that's that's what I need to do to keep this going here. But yeah, it is. I'm expecting to have a good year, and like I said, I just want to, you want the football game to go well. I mean, obviously there's gonna be one winner and one loser. Obviously those close games is obviously tough, but you just want everyone to know, like, what, you have a good crew here. They're doing the best they can. There's no animosity. There's no, oh my God, it's this team. Don't treat them bad. Like I'm doing my best when I'm on crews to alleviate that. So usually I know every single head coach or the majority of them, and I'm glad to hear that, because that's basically what I want to do. So definitely a good thing.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited. I think all the divisions, I'm excited about them. Division 1, I think Burrillville is going to do a lot better than, the only thing that scares me with Burrillville is they're small, but they're coming into the league with, my opinion, the best quarterback. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks, or the best quarterback in the league, with the Jelinas, Logan
Yes.
Jelinas. I remember his older brother Jake.
Yes.
5,000 yards a couple of years ago, 72 touchdowns. And I think he got a championship out of it too. So he's on actually the Rhode Island State Police now. So salute to Jake.
Good.
Doing good things out there. Now his younger brother Logan is a senior up at Burrillville, and Coach Ferraro, shout out to him. Because I have him edging Coach Pennington a little bit as far as my top coaches, but I got Coach Ferraro, Coach Pennington right there, 1 and 2, and I think that's great company to be with.
Absolutely.
Gennaro's a great coach, and he does a great job out there with that program. Has always done a great job with that program. So yeah, hey, it's good company to be in if that's the case.
Oh, absolutely. Over 100 victories. I realized Coach Gennaro has 100, victories. I think that's pretty impressive that someone took the time to count them. And now it's also impressive to win 100 football games, in a high school football career.
Yeah.
Right.
So shout out to him, and I love what he does with his program. You never hear anything coming out of Burrillville. Another coach that I have to shout out is Coach B-Ball. The 360 that Coach B-Ball did in the last couple of seasons up there at Woonsocket, sending 5 kids to college last season was amazing. They're focusing on grades, so I really got to really praise Coach B-Ball. So we have some great coaches stepping up.
Absolutely.
But Coach Penn, I know you're busy. I don't want to hold you, but
Yes,
if there was anything else that you wanted to say, when's your next game? What's West Warwick Wizards, future gonna be like?
Yeah, so I mean, next game's next week. I mean, we know M's got the game, so we got East Providence. And I think that with our numbers the way they are, the future in West Warwick is bright. Like, we have a good junior class, we have a good sophomore class. We think we brought in 20 new freshmen, so good freshman class in there, and there's some athletes there too. So, the point or the purpose is to set the program up so that year in, year out, you're competitive. You're gonna have those years where you have some, outstanding players come through, and you're gonna have some really good classes come through. But for the most part, if you're creating the right culture and getting the all you can get out of your players up on the field and in the classroom year in and year out, you should be competitive, and that's what we're trying to do in West Warwick. So hopefully, we'll accomplish that. I mean, so far we've been on a good slate, an upward slate in reference to the program and the culture in West Warwick. So hopefully we can keep that going and get some success along the way as well. But we'll see. Only only the Lord knows, and we got to play each game and see what happens as we play.
Absolutely. And Coach Pennington, I wanted to thank you for sending your video in for the Coach Bell tribute. I think that was awesome. you know.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say thank you, and thank you to all the coaches that have done that, because certain coaches, we have to hold certain coaches higher at a higher regards. And Coach Bell was definitely legendary in Rhode Island football. You know, five championships up at Salve. You know, bringing in Rhode Island kids started that whole trend.
Yeah, big loss for the football community there.
Absolutely, man. But I wanted to thank you for that. You know, and now we got a new playoff format, so we'll talk about that the next time we talk.
Yeah.
We have to really get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
But all right, Coach Penn, thank
All
you.
right.
Appreciate
Hey,
you.
see you soon, Em. We'll see you soon.
See ya, Coach.
All right. Yeah. Bye.
But
Coach Penn does a lot of great things, man.
he does. I'm glad to hear
You
he's starting
know,
his new church.
Absolutely, and he's starting his church. So if anyone's looking to get to a good church, you know, I know he does a lot for the men's breakfast, trying to build better youth, and he's right, because we had conversations at Emerson about, you know, we need to do a better job raising men. We're
We
not
do.
raising men in society, and I said to somebody this morning, I said, hypothetically, when your kid turns 18, God forbid, would they be ready to go on their own should something happen? You
Right.
know, and a lot of these kids, like, they're not ready for that. And it's like, you know, we need to do a better job raising men. You know, we're in the greatest era of fatherless homes,
Right.
you know, but yeah, so Coach Pennington does a lot of work with that. So shout out to him, and help him out any chance we can get. Emerson, football's here, man. How you feeling?
Feeling great. You know, starting to get games, and you know, it's gonna be it's gonna be wide open, man. I mean, there's a lot of talent in the state this year. You know, you always have, you know, people always talk about the perennial powers and blah blah blah, this and that, but I really expect this year to be a little bit different. I think there's gonna be some teams that start emerging a little bit more. You know, I honestly think, you know, Coach Pennington, you know, he's always in the mix. You know, another team I think is gonna be in the mix is Cranston West. You know, I've been working with some of their athletes over the past couple months, and I really expect good things out of them. Yeah,
I was saying that, you know, you really been rallying behind Cranston West.
I have. I know what they have here, and you know, like I said, I've been working out some of their athletes, and I know what athletes they have, and you know, it really, you know, I really think they're going to be within the next year or two. You know, I think they're going to be pulling some major upsets here. I mean, they have a lot of talent. And the thing is, they're hungry. They're really trying to work here. So I do think that Coach Maluski over there is doing a great job with them, and you know, I think they're going to surprise a few people.
Yeah, you know, and they have a program that has their back. I mean, Cranston West always had the football programs back. Beautiful facility. You know, after these injury fun games, this weekend, you know, they have, you know, at North Kingstown, so that's going to be a tough game. That's on the 13th, and then versus Portsmouth, you know, 7 p.m. You know, versus St. Ray's at Cumberland. You know, versus SK at Barrington, and on October 26th they finish it off to Central. So, you know, they definitely have their hands full.
Right.
You know, so good luck to them.
And honestly, the other team, you know, I know this first year is going to be kind of that, you know, okay, let's get in the gear type of year. But honestly, on the other side of Cranston East, I'm definitely interested to see what Coach Cook is doing over there. He's a great guy. I've known him over the years. Obviously, we all know what he did at Pontigansett. And, you know, I think that he's going to need a good year or two to do his thing there. And then Cranston East is going to, you know, kind of be back to where they were a few years back. You know, I know that Coach Cook has that ability to do that to a program. I think he definitely will there. He's doing the right things. He's been, you know, reaching out to the, you know, youth programs and, you know, just showing his face. And, you know, I know, you know, because I've worked with the youth program Edgewood. You know, I know he's made his face known, which is a good thing. And I think, you know, he'll develop that relationship over the years. But you know, he's doing the right things. You know, he has a great staff over there. I know one of the staff members I had with my team that I had during the spring fall one elite, Joseph Rhodes. He is an excellent defensive coordinator. I believe he's working with the receivers this year. I believe that's the case. But you have a phenomenal coach with him. But I expect good things from them over the next little bit here. I think this year is going to be, this is the system. This is what we're working with, and then Coach Cook will take it to the next level in the years to come. So I'm definitely excited to see what they're doing there.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Coach Cook. I know that the logistics over there makes it tough. Not only is coaching football, he's trying to direct traffic and figure things out because their practice field is about a mile from the school.
Right.
So,
that's right near Bain. Yeah.
Right. So now, and I know coming up to this coming up to school beginning, they didn't have transportation, so getting kids to practice was always a problem. And then after school, you got to get these kids on the bus, get them down to practice. Like, there's just so many things. And I know he's going to start off young and he's going to build his program, and I agree with you. I think if he gets some of the kinks out and he gets kids to believe in what he's doing and turn the culture around in Cranston East, that's the other problem.
Right.
You got to turn the culture around before kids have faith in you and say, okay, they don't, that's the hesitation right now. But good thing he's tied in at CLCF in that area. So he was able to get a lot of young kids that would come to Cranston East anyway. But shout out to Coach Cook. And another one, I want to say thank you for submitting a tribute video to the coach, to Coach Bell, shout out to him. I asked some coaches, I just weren't able to get back in touch with them in time, but I appreciate the coaches that absolutely done that. Yeah. So 2 Cranston teams you think are gonna,
I think West is going to be. I think West is going to surprise some people this year, and I think East is on its way. I think that, like I said, Coach Cook's going to do a good job over there, and they're going to do their thing. Overall, like, you just look at you look at just the whole the whole landscape of Rhode Island football this year. I mean, the other one I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to do this year is Central. Central's always been very close. I think Coach Washington, I know Coach Washington is doing a good job over there. I'm hoping this is the year that things turn. I'm hoping that those close games with the top 2 teams in the state, all of a sudden, he gets to upset one of them, or maybe 2 of them. I mean, he has the potential there. He definitely has the talent there. There's no question about that. But seeing if this is going to be his year, and definitely going to keep an eye on him. But obviously Division I, tough competition. Obviously with Hendrick and LaSalle, and North Kingston. So those are the I'd round out them with the top 4, obviously from last year, them. But I expect good things from Central. I've enjoyed a few times I've had their games. I've enjoyed watching them, seeing how they work, and Coach Washington and his staff is doing a really good job over there. And let's keep moving forward. So let's see how it goes there, and let's see how this year goes for Central.
And that reminds me, while we are talking Central, to give Mike Washington a little plug. Go check out Team Dollar TV on YouTube. I think they're in week 2 right now. Coach Washington has they have a little documentary, uncut, unedited.
Now that it's playoffs, every game is a playoff game. Every game is a Super Bowl. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do, fellas? So when we get upstairs, I better not see no laughing. I better not see no joking. Yes, that's how I'm feeling. Dead ass. Everybody focused. Ready. Coach, what's the next play? I got to learn this shit. That's how I need you guys from here on out. So please, fellas, grab your stuff, go upstairs, focus up. Don't be fucking around, joking around, trying to talk to the volleyball girls and shit. Be focused and warm up. All right, Central out.
Ready?
You get to this shoulder and turn his ass. Remember, as a defensive lineman, you work half man. Basically the same thing. You work half man and then re-grip him, get him here, pick his ass up, and drive him. So come on, let's
Pick his
go,
ass
Buck.
up and carry him home. But go check out it's called The Tale of a Night. It's over on YouTube. So youtube.com/Team Dollar TV. Each week you get a different episode. You know, shout out to Coach Washington, Evelyn Edits, Darian Stubbs for this project.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know Darren as well. He did a really good job with that. Definitely happy to see him progress as well. I've known him over the years, so really good to see that. But yeah, I mean that little bit kind of got me fired up a little bit. Then you go from Coach Washington, then you go to working with the offensive line, which is my specialty here. So that's
I know it's always
really good to see.
strategic. It's always strategic, but you really got to check it out. Shout out to them. It's over on YouTube. They had the first week was the SK game where Mike Washington said to me when this was like his first season on his own, and he said, you think you thought of everything, and then you realize there's a kicking game that goes along with it. You know, and the rest of the year, Central didn't kick the ball, I don't think, at all. You know, so that's something that Coach Washington learned, growing pains, but foul language, so you got to deal with the foul language. But we raising men here, so we should be okay. You know, shout out to Mike Washington and Central and West End. Shout out to West End. You know, West End's the best end. But anyway, man, I'm excited, man. Rhode Island High School football, Emerson, it's here, it's ready. Situate, I heard, is going to be senior heavy. I'm dying to see Situate. I want to see them do something. You know, I really, really do. From the days of you know, Derek D that was over there, you know, and just the train wreck that he had going on. I want to see Situate do something. EWG, another team in D4. Listen, I gotta say it, man. Like, you know, this guy, he had a good program over there. 25 kids right now, from what I heard. Like, they were getting the numbers up, man. They had a champ. You know, they went to the Super Bowl. Right. You know, and out of that same class, they sent a few kids on to college. So, you know, and I still give Coach Fulton credit for that. You know, shout out to Coach Fulton.
Of course.
It's gonna be lit. North Smithfield, another team that I think should be good down in Division 4 now. You know, now I don't know how Narragansett got to Division 4, but that's another story. But all the divisions, man, all the divisions are gonna be exciting this season, and we have a new point system, so you could have the best record and you don't make the playoffs.
Right, and I know that I remember hearing about that. That's a little strange, but you know, Interscholastic has to work out the kinks with that, and we'll leave that to them. But it's exciting, Mike. I mean, it's kind of like you know, yesterday, you know, it was the Chiefs and Ravens. Like, okay, you know, football's coming. You know, football's here now. You know, and you know, a lot of these young men have been working hard during the off season, and you know, they have dreams and dreams, goals, and aspirations, and now's the time. I mean, you know, there's a lot of good new young talent coming into Rhode Island football, and you know, I was privy to it, obviously, from you know, watching and being a part of spring football. But I mean, there's going to be a lot of good talent coming this year, and I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to work with these young men to get them to their goals. And you know, it is good. I mean, I think this is going to be a really solid year for Rhode Island football as a whole. You know, definitely going to start seeing more, you know, colleges come down here, and because we have that type of talent. You know, for all the years that didn't happen, and you know, folks were overlooked, and things doesn't work out for some of these folks. It's starting to. And I know that was a long road for many of us. You know, for the few of us that were blessed to get out and you know, and play at the upper levels, it was definitely a blessing. But for all these kids that now have these opportunities and work and be showcased and be recognized and be seen, honestly, by all these college coaches, you know, it's a great thing. I mean, honestly, speaking of college coaches, obviously and I know, the one who's really doing that push is, Coach McCormick there, UMass Dartmouth. Over what a third of that team is from Rhode Island, and look at their success. So we have the talent. We absolutely have the talent here, and for all the kids that are, aspiring to play at higher levels, which they all can here. I mean, it's just going to show this year. So definitely excited for a lot of these young men. I wish them continued success, and that's going to be an exciting year.
No, yeah, exactly. UMass, I think for the last couple of seasons, they haven't lost a home game,
right?
Since like 2017, 2018. They haven't lost a home game. They have back-to-back conference championships. They've been to a bowl game. I even heard rumors of a new arena, not a stadium, an arena, like in concert hall, basketball, everything, the whole 9 yards. So and the kids that they're bringing in, I'm like, look at the size. Like, they're bringing in like some great players, and what they already have up there. And Angel Sanchez, I think the third best receiver in college football last season. Like, this is what they're bringing you. What Dante is bringing you under center. Dante playing great football. Bringing in an All-American tight end. They moved Coach Najee Barrows over from the defense to the tight end coach, and he's kind of fitting into that role pretty good from what I understand. They actually have a game today against, I think it's Dean, I want to say. If not Dean, it's Nichols. So yeah, UMass Dartmouth is doing great things. Ryan McCormick's doing good things. But the problem, Emerson, that I think is the whole D1 mantra. I think it hurts kids a little more than it helps them, because yes, it's good to shoot for the top, but you have kids that are refusing to take the phone call from anyone else. Oh, my coach said I'm D1 or bust. And it's like, we're not that place. Yes, do we have kids? Yeah, but a lot of them kids went to prep school that are in all them big D1 programs right now. The last it is, them kids all went to prep school, and it don't say D1 on your diploma when you graduate.
Sure, it doesn't. I have one, and it's a few years old. It doesn't say D1 football player on it for sure.
And
I know what it actually says on there.
A wise man told me playing football at any level after high school is success.
Yep, from this state, you're 100% correct, and I know you're quoting me, which is funny, but but no, to be honest with you, to go back to what you said a little bit, that D1 or bust mentality is really going to hurt kids. The one thing I would tell all these young men, and I do, the ones I work with, and even just ones I come in contact with, is you have to keep your options open. Yes, I understand the glitz and glamour of Division I, and especially now, now there's opportunities for kids to get paid, and the morphing into these super conferences and all that. That's all well and good, okay, but you do have to look long term, and that's where unfortunately a lot of these coaches don't. Okay, if you have an opportunity to play past high school, no matter what division it is, you take it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It might not have been where exactly you wanted to, but you know what? If that coach is going to take the time to reach out to you, that means, okay, yes, you definitely have the talent. And you know what? It might not be where you want to be. You might not get those calls from Division I. You might not get those calls from the team that you wanted. Okay. There's one 45 minutes up the road from us. Okay. You didn't get that call. Okay. I'm talking about Boston College. There's UConn. Obviously my alma mater, Syracuse. Okay. So in the general area. Okay. There's UMass Amherst. Okay. There's a lot of different schools. Okay. If you didn't get that call, but you're getting calls from other colleges, then that means that's your journey. That's your ticket. Okay. It might be a little disappointing. I can understand that part. Yes, you might feel that you might be a little bit better and you feel that you should get a shot at Division I. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You have to be man enough to understand that that's the case, and, not try to do the preferred walk-on, which I personally feel is a joke, or anything like that. Like if they like you and they're willing to put a package together for you, okay, and others aren't, then that's it. Like, don't try to just jump and do this. And again, I understand, yes, you can you get in the transfer portal and do all this other stuff, and that's fine. But you got to go in where you fit in. If these coaches are recruiting you, then that's where you need to go. If you feel that, you can do better, okay, I get that to a point. But, I mean, ultimately, these coaches know. They see your film. They see where you can possibly fit in the program. So, I know a lot of folks are like, you know what, I know what I can do, and I just need a shot and blah, 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 and this and that. But, we all got to be realistic, because the other thing is, too, especially coming out of high school from here, is that the transfer portal, okay, it really hurts states like Rhode Island, because literally you're going against kids that already have college playing experience. So, you got to kind of go in where you fit in and just do what you got to do there. So, unfortunately, it's, and I, obviously there were some examples here in Rhode Island where, some kids thought they were better than what they were, and then all of a sudden they have no place to go. So, and, folks here are pulling strings to, help kids out here. So you don't want to be in a situation like that.
I've seen it firsthand, them giving the coach, kind of blowing them off, or you go to a D1 school and you're not happy it's not moving along as fast as you like it to. The problem is with the portal, you go into the portal, you can get stuck in there. It's like the black hole.
Right.
There's no guarantee. And not only that, you lose your scholarship.
Right.
And you got to hope the other team picks it up and gives you. Usually they will. But I think it was over 50% of the kids that went in there got stuck in there.
Right.
Some kids were able to get out of there. And a lot of times the school that you're with, once they find out you want to go in there, they feel betrayed. Bye. You know what I mean? Like, go. You know what I mean? And they don't welcome you back. So, but it's no joke. So get into a school you can get a good education. And let's face it, you only got 4 years to play college football. How do you feel wanting to sit on the sideline for 2 of them years? You know what I mean? And play behind some of these bigger kids. And now you got to wait to be a junior, and you only got a small junior season and senior season, and it's over.
Right. And that's the thing I think a lot of kids don't really realize. And yes, you got to earn your stripes. You got to earn it up there. And there's very few kids that walk onto a college campus and just dominate and just start. I mean, yes, there are those chosen few, but it's very, very small. So and you hate to say it, coming from Rhode Island, you're gonna need work. I know that from my own personal experience and from the experience of others. It takes you a little bit. They're gonna switch your position. Okay. And, and then you're going to have to work there. I mean, and you got to roll with that. So, I didn't start off as an offensive lineman in Syracuse. Okay. I started off as a defensive lineman, and, I graduated, in 2000, and I played offensive line. So it's, you got to be prepared for that. So, I think there's, yes, there's a lot of hurdles and things like that. I mean, you got to play the cards that you're dealt. And, some of it's good, some of it's bad, and yes, I know, everyone will talk about, well, your situation, the transfer portal would have helped, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, yeah, if they had it back then, but, there was no guarantee I was going to go somewhere else, so, I mean, again, these kids think, and again, I know these kids are very confident nowadays, and I'm fine with that, but, like you said, 50% of the kids that go into the transfer portal get stuck there, that's a high percentage, you got to work with what you got. And again, I understand too, there's bad situations. I mean, I was in a tough situation in Syracuse. I get exactly what a lot of these kids are talking about. And, yes, the transfer portal is a breath of fresh air for a lot of different folks. And, they might get the opportunity to move on, but, it's tough. But the big thing is that, if you have opportunities knocking at your door, regardless if it's not the opportunities that you think that you were going to get or you wanted, then you got to take them. And that's why I tell all these young men that are looking to play on here, you got to go on where you fit in. Like there's nothing wrong with a degree from Bryant. Okay. There's nothing wrong with a degree from Boston College. Okay. There's nothing wrong with either one of them. Okay. Not a thing. There's not a problem with a degree from University of Rhode Island. Okay. This is how it is. But you got to go on when you fit in. Like all those schools are great schools. And yes, they're different levels of football, but it is what it is. So.
Absolutely, man. Emerson, man, thank you like always, man. But before you go, I just want to tell everyone, go check out, A Tale of a Night over there on YouTube. Mike Washington, great job he did on there. Let's keep an eye out, for all these great teams. Go support the injury fund. It's a very important, it's It's a very important program that they have going. You know, it helps pay for, you know, kids' medical, coaches' medical, referees if they, you know, if they get injured. So go support that. And again, big rest in peace to Coach Bell. This guy, when I started breaking down his resume, an absolutely extraordinary champion in the game of football, and always picked up Rhode Island. And not only that, all them island teams are off the Coach Bell tree. Every coach on that island comes off the Coach Bell tree. So that's something big too. They're gonna have a tribute game, Rogers Middletown, week 1 next week. They're gonna have AB stickers on the helmet, so go check that out. They're gonna have a big Crazy Train shout out, you know, because Coach Bell used to be a big Crazy Train guy. But you know, and Charlie B-Ball, man, keep up the good work. You know, keep working up there in Woonsocket. You know, it's Barry Field farewell tour. So Emerson, man, 400 block of Warwick Ave. Go check him out. 401.
Yes. Come find me if you need that work for that off season, fellas. Right, 401 Strength and Fitness, Warwick Avenue. There
you go. The 400. You know, Plaza can't miss it. Dunkin' Donuts is in there. Cozy Kitchens is over there. A little breakfast joint you can eat and then go burn off all them calories. But Emerson, man, thank you. Big shout out to everybody who be holding it down. Can't wait, man. Here we go. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Mike. Bye.
There we go. Emerson Kilgore, man. You know, 401. Go check that out for sure, man. Yo, Injury Fund is here. What are you guys thinking? Go check that out, man. UMass Dartmouth's trying to get another one of these back to back. But yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting, man. You know, we got some things going on. But shout out to Coach Washington, man, and everybody out there. Shout out to all the coaches, Coach Ferraro, Coach West Pennington, Coach Piver, you know, Coach DeLawrence. You know, shout out to all the coaches, man. It's going to be exciting this season. I'm going to leave you with some more of Mike Washington's. Let me get this picture out of here first. You know, I need my damn producer. So thank you, everybody. Promote your product to our audience. You know, big shout out to Coach Mike Washington. So go check that out. I'm going to leave you with a little bit more of my Tale of a Night.
Down. What? Yes. Yup. Opposite of buck every time. Go. Bang. Downhill. Come on. Let's.
And I think we'll be okay going forward. But, you know, that being said, it would be a heck of a lot easier if things had worked out, but they didn't, you know, and life's all about adversity and kind of how will we respond, but I guess we shall see.
Ball's handed off here in the backfield of his tailback, swallowed up immediately at the line of scrimmage. Ball's thrown here. It's caught at about the 32, and he's going to take him down around the 34. Tailback takes it himself, and it's going to be all for nothing for the Falcons as they let up another touchdown here. The ball's tipped and intercepted by the Knights at about the 13, and he's going to take it back to the sideline, back to the 40s. Looking to make something happen here. No running back. Takes it himself. Lot of room. He will not be caught. Maybe here. The defender coming in, but no, it doesn't matter. Touchdown on the first play of scrimmage. Once again, we saw down their first drive.
Did the shit with my little son, no wonder now I'm no shortcuts in that long round, and I really want this nice share. Get him my counter like it's nothing. End of discussion. Fuck all the feelings I throw on my bed on percussion. Shit is disgusting. I hear I'm bringing.
Once we leave this shit, fellas, lock the fuck in. You know what's next week, fellas. It's Super Bowl. You know what's next week. All right?
So check that out, man. A tale of a night, man. Shout out to Coach Washington, you know, doing his thing, man. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate y'all, man. Big shout out. You know, first disclaimer, the use of any copyrighted material is used under the guidance of fair use. It's basically material remains, you know, just for purposes of, you know, talking about it, teaching something, giving, you know, comparison, criticism, you know. But shout out everybody, man. Appreciate it. And when they come asking, you already tell them who it is, right? You already know. Man, but it's definitely going to be lit. Can't find the video. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be. It's gonna be a very, very good. Oh yeah, this freaking picture out of here. It's gonna be a great season. It's definitely gonna be a great, great season. You know, shout out to everybody. Appreciate you all, man. Views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and don't reflect the views, positions of any entries of this.
That's the bad guy. Bad guy. Bad guy. That's the bad guy. 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 The bad guy.
We don't do no talking. We know what they do for the views. If I took the loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud. Got it out the mud. Really on the floor. Really on the floor. Yeah, they know it's on. Yeah, they know it's on.
Time I pull the plug. The game is over. The game is over. That's the bad guy. Bad guy. Bad guy. That's the bad guy.